Hello, good morning, good morning. Hi, everyone, and welcome to our coffee chat. Hi, Marta, my dear friend and co host, Marta. Hi, how are you?
Hi, welcome everyone. It's great to see you again. It's good to be here. I don't know if everyone else who is watching us, but I really enjoy chatting to you, Isabel, and sharing my love to connect with people and with
Mhm.
you.
Yeah, same here. Being of service. So yeah, today your topic is one of that probably a lot of us relate to it. Is I have all the pieces, but I can't put them together. And
Yes,
it is yeah is
we are. We all. I'm pretty sure that we all been there. We really think that I have it all, but like a puzzle, we still stuck with putting them together. So, for example, like me, I read lots of books, I taken lots of courses, and I have followed so many amazing mentors, and I still felt not until not very long time ago that that wisdom is a kind of you know in the cloud and is floating around my head, and I'm not using it. I'm not pulling these right pieces to make a proper picture, proper structure that it will serve me and serve others around me. Yeah, Isabel.
yeah is exactly. I think it's kind of this world that we live that is overwhelming with information. It's so much stuff for free, so many things going on, courses, the workshop, everything is out there for free. And we end up with holding so much information. And then basically our energy is so scattered. We don't really know where to go, what direction, because so much and it keeps flowing through us all the time.
Yes, sure. And what you just said actually was very important because we're getting so many things, so we don't know what to do. And even my clients, they keep saying like, I know what should I do, but I can't seems to leave that action, and it is not like we don't know, we know, but it is definitely the lack of integrating all the pieces together. That is the whole problem. And that's why we want to really talk about this today. It's very important to understand.
Yes, definitely, I agree. Is this time of abundance, but it's poverty of embodiment. We are not embodying all these teaching, all these readings, and we basically kind of have all the concepts in our minds, but we are not living them. We are not integrating them. We is not we have it like, let's say it's like a smoke around us, as you mentioned before, but not really living it the way we would like to live. And it's like here we want to put all these puzzle pieces together and see how you can do this.
Yeah, yeah, as you said. But also what I just came to me that we because we're not following our hearts and our own wisdom, we taking so many things and not truly feel what is the right thing for us. So that's why we're not taking action, because we also are slightly confused what would be the best way for me to do. So for example, as you said about the puzzle, oh, you take the puzzle and you searching, okay, where the puzzle needs to be. It's very tiring, and that actually gives us gives us the tension that we don't create. We are keep stuck all the time. That just reminded me that on the um, previous meetings we were talking already about the tension. I'm sure you have lots of things to say about tension, Isabel, as well, with your own life.
Yeah, because it's like all this distraction that we need more, that we've been talking about this in the past. We need more, we need more information, we need another thing. It is distracting us from the real, a real project or soul project, let's say. And is invading us with so much information that in the end we just basically we lose track of what we want, and then that creates more tension. It creates a lot of tension because we feel so scattered, and we need more and we need more. But what is really happening here is that we're not focusing on what we really want. We just absorbing information, but not really going for what we really want. And that's what we distinguish into this tension, no? Like the one that is creative, and we have to sit with it, and the other tension that is more like the psychological tension that it comes from all these wanting to do more and being perfect and having more information. So we just sit in these two tensions that we don't really know what to do with it.
Yes, that's true. And I believe, Isabel, that we, as you mentioned, but we don't really understand what is the tension. Yeah, that
Yeah.
tension creates that we going into reacting to things, not resolving, and it becomes resistance. And recently I had something going on in my life, and my 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 understanding was that I'm not stressed or I'm okay, but my resistance, my physical embodiment resistance towards something was huge. I really truly felt it in my own body, I became like this. So my brain said yes, but the whole thing did this not agreed with my decision, because I was actually trying to resolve the tension, not following what I would love to do. You see? So we want I want you, everyone who is listening to us, to be aware of the body, what body is telling us. Okay, and we uh, we should stop chasing more information. We should is not the right word, but we choose to stop chasing more information. We stop trying to get to know more and more and more, and because we're going into the loop, and we always gonna be like, oh, I'm hoping that that's next thing is gonna be the right missing piece, but it's never like that. Don't you think, Isabel?
Yeah, I agree. We work in a different way with our methodologies or the creative orientation that we really use, no? And is to be really aware where you are at each moment. Is it tension what I'm feeling because I'm going for something that I love and that creates tension? Or is it really like this resistance that is not going to allow me to move forward, or this lethargy, or whatever it shows up for each of us in a different way. But we really really need to know where we are at. And even though if we feel it, the key here is to start listening. Okay, what is next for me? I mean, yeah, I feel this way. I am not feeling really comfortable under my skin. but I'm going to do it anyway. And that is when the key starts here, the moving forward, no? The putting all the pieces together, because we got all this knowledge, and now is the time when you start going through all that phase of, people call it procrastination, but we already said here we don't like to call it procrastination. And I'm sure we all go through these phases. So we really need to identify these phases. How does it show up for us? In which way? For me, is really lethargy, and I can't really move. I can't even think. I'm not creative, but I'm really aware that I'm here. So when I know that, I just keep going, and I keep going, and I keep moving forward and putting all the pieces together. And I know probably, Marta, you've been through these phases so many times in your life. And for me, my question now is, what helped you to shift from collecting and from all these pieces, from all this information, to integrating? What did you do, or what helped you?
Wow, that's great question, because I'm just now for me I'm just thinking less and doing more. Yeah, I was the collector for many, many, many years, as mentioned before. I studied energy work, emotional mastery, everything what you can only think of, to be honest with you. So, and I realized that I was intellectually rich, but energetically poor. So, I knew a lot, but at the same time, I was so exhausted, and not moving forward. So that was simple to realize that.
Yeah, that's great, because that is really important, and that's what we've been basically saying the whole time here in this chat, in this coffee, right? In this coffee time, because the tension is not the problem. Is really is like you have to you learn to navigate through the tension and to sit with it, as we like to say it. But the creative force is what is going to help us to move forward, and to create, I mean, and to be a creator, because we know that what we resist, it persists. So we can sit here holding the tension, but if we don't make a little move, let's say, we don't take action towards our project, nothing is going to happen, and we will keep ourselves in this loop, without creating and with the tension. So yeah, that's what happens to us.
Yes, and you said something very important, that when we go into the loop of not being able to actually integrate and stay with the tension, we always, our ego is going to, oh, I have to do this, I have to do this, and blah blah blah. And then we're resolving everything instead of really allowing our own integrity, yeah, to tell us what would be the next step. So yeah, I stopped really to make sense of anything or everything what was coming. Yeah, I really started to be and stay with the tension, and that gave me the understanding what is natural for me to do next. And it was like, you got WhatsApp messages now. You just got WhatsApp message. Oh, that would be it. And suddenly that message was the right part of the puzzle that I had to do. If I
Yeah,
didn't pay attention, I would be in. You know what I mean?
yeah, that's a really powerful shift, no? It's from escaping and sitting with it, to embracing it and say yes, I'm in it, but still, what is the next step? What do I have to do next? So this is kind of brings coherence to our projects or to our alignment to our lives. And
Yeah.
when I wanted to talk about the alignment, when you are aligned, everything is quite magical, although we're not always in that state. But it's our, let's say, it's our job to get back to that alignment, no? And to know what I was saying before, where we are at the moment. I'm going for this. I'm going for this project. But I have all this tension. Yeah, and what? I carry on, and I get the next step, because the true creation, let's say, it doesn't come from controlling, no, from giving kind of responses to your ego all the time. It really comes from awareness, from knowing where you are at any moment in your life. So is key, for example, to hold tension without panicking, and knowing that is natural to hold it, and is there, and that your genius, let's say, will start organizing and connecting all the dots that you learned in all these courses, and your wisdom to move forward towards our next creation. That
100%.
is
Yeah.
what we call magic, no?
100%. Yeah, exactly. That is the magic moment when we are all those scattered teaching suddenly start feeling together. Not because you force them to do it, because you are kind of in line with yourself, yeah, and you're seeing it from position of being integrated from your higher consciousness.
Yeah, exactly. It's when your genius steps in. And that's when you realize that you never needed more pieces, more courses, more books. That's your ego, obviously. But we know, I mean, we know, our genius knows. So we just need to be more present, and to listen to the insight, and to listen that voice that is there telling us all the time what we have to do.
Exactly, exactly. It is the what you just said is this integration is not about adding, it's about the alignment, yeah? And everything you know with who you really are and what you truly creating. And give us so much light, give us so much kind of when we landing into our heart. Yes, Sabal?
Yeah, definitely. And that's why I often say that cohering is what brings peace, is when our mind, heart, and mind, body, spirit, no, they are all in harmony. And that is, I mean, is a way, to be honest, that is a way of living. I mean, it's you train to be there, because you have access to that all the time. And it's basically quieting your mind, no, being present in the moment and listening, what is next for me, what is next action for me to do.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why so many people feel tired or anxious or very confused when they do lots of personal development. You know, they really confused. I used to be confused, and I'm sure you, Isabel, was you were as well. So because they we and me used to keep the fragments or that the whole puzzle and being pulled all the time on in different directions, yeah.
Yeah, they fly in different directions, and in the doing all the time, in the doing more, as we're saying, is something I love to explore with my clients. is that that aha moment, no, that they start, all the pieces start fitting together, they complement each other, and then is where that alignment comes, because they are listening to themselves, they are in alignment, and that's the key to create. That is basically the key to create.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. Once you see that thread, you know, that all of our experiences are part of one big design, and the tension is being transformed into flow.
Yeah, it's like rather than trying to eliminate this tension because we want to resolve it, we want to get rid of it. I feel so bad or so uncomfortable. I mean, let me see if I can book the next course so I get more knowledge. And this course is going to tell me exactly what I need, or this book is going to tell me exactly what I need. I'm not saying that, of course, I mean, we get a lot of knowledge and wisdom from all these places, but we don't need this. We don't need it in order to move forward because we already have the information with us. Is the genius is with us, and when we are in that genius is when we are going to move towards coherence, and everything, all the dots are going to start connect with each other, and we're gonna start getting all these insights. That is what we are looking for.
Yes, exactly. So, we would like to invite you and actually share a couple of things, our own practical way to integrate our wisdom instead of just only collecting and running for the next one and running for the next course or workshop or master class, whatever you want.
Yeah, I agree with that, Marta, because as I mentioned before, is a way of being, is a way of living, no? Is this stopping, is stop adding more information and create that spaciousness in your life, allowing yourself to create a space. This is a daily task, no? We do to create this space and to sit with ourselves and with our genius, to
Yeah, true.
our genius and our current reality. We sit with both and we see, okay, what's going on here this moment, okay, this is going on, okay, we acknowledge that, and we keep going with the day. But it's really important to take that moment to acknowledge and to see where we're coming from all the time.
100% sure. And what my advice or sharing would be that even when you feel there is lots things to do, yeah, just take small actions that comes intuitively into your being, into your head. Practice that alignment with yourself, not with I have to do it, not with I need to solve or resolve my tension. No, what is true for me to do right now is this form of embodiment is actually creating the bridge between only knowing into integrating and becoming one with the knowledge and actually taking action and make progress in your life instead of just only waiting.
Yeah, I agree. And notice where that tension appears. As I was saying before, just notice what was happening, was is showing you how is showing up that tension for you. And rather than seeing it like something wrong, I mean, that's the information that we're getting. That is the lead that we say, no? That is the or fuel to create, but we need to see it, we need to acknowledge it, we need to give it that space So we can transform it, we can transmute it, we can give um, that space rather than wanting to put it under the carpet. That's what we usually do. We want to get rid of it, but no, it's giving it a proper space and seeing what's happening. So that energy is helping to create, and to grow into a new version of yourself. It's good material. Let's say let's um, let's change the relationship with tension, because it's really good material, tension, for us to move into our next creations.
Yeah, tension and being in a structure really helps us. And just quick reminder, because we think that structure, it has to be everything that we know. So it's not like boom, 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 boom. I will do this, I will do that, and next I will do this and I will do that. It never works that way. So it's more that we have um outline for something, but we always have a space within ourselves for our intuition to show us the what would be the best next step. Not necessarily totally one line after another what we have created, because most of the time, if we not follow our intuition, we create structure to resolve our tension. But structure comes from our intuition and come and give us the power of integrate our whole wisdom. What do you think, Isabel?
Yeah, I totally agree with that. And I think that maybe that's the truth, no? So we stop, we don't need to collect more pieces, and then we just need to basically listen to our genius, to trust the process, let's say. So we are in coherence and in alignment, and it's there for all of us to, we all have access to it, to this genius.
Yeah, yeah,
And yeah, when you allow that, everything that you learn starts to serve you. Starts, let's say, it starts unfolding in front of yourself. Like kind of synchronicities, magic. Is like, how is this happening? But it's happening because you're allowing, you are listening, you're giving that space to your genius, and you are following through. You are taking action towards your project, towards your new creation.
yeah. And what you just mentioned as well, that life stretching you into coherence. Yeah. So
Hmm.
when we allow that, everything you learn start to serve us. It's amazing. I love that, seriously.
Yeah. So you've been feeling literally, I don't know, scattered, stuck in the same loop, in this vicious circle. Maybe it's time for you to slow down, breathe, and let the tension work for you, not against you. Let's listen to that tension. What that tension wants to tell you. What is the next step? Just sit with it and just create that space, that spaciousness to listen, because that's the important key here. So I'm really mindful of the time, Marta.
Yeah. We would really love to hear what part of this conversation really resonated with you, and where in your life do you actually feel tension or your energy is scattered into the pieces, and when where you want the pieces to come together. It's very important to understand that.
Yeah, yeah. So we would like to invite you to share, to share what resonated with you. We would love to see you next week. in our next coffee chat with Marta and Isabel. And yeah, it's gonna be next Tuesday, as always, 12 UK time. And have a great week.
Yes. Lots of love to you. Ciao.
Lots of love. Bye bye.